And rock.
I saw you standing up. I thought, oh, God, what's he doing now? I can't read. I'm here because you broke something.
My new work shirts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, everybody. Welcome again. It's Wednesday night again. I've got, we're live on Are You Shitting Me? TMI, the podcast. As always, I'm Ron here in Las Vegas. And tonight we have a special guest coming from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Mike, who is it?
It's our cousin, Raj.
Woo! Roger.
The main man. The main man.
Yeah.
Here's where we do the what's that movie? What was that TV show called, Mike?
Oh, the Brady Bunch or whatever?
Here's a story of our cousin Roger.
Oh, yeah. It was
Roger, what's
playing
happening,
in the
man?
basement, having fun.
Yeah.
Tripped over 1 foot, put a knee in somebody's side.
Was it in the basement?
Now
Burst in
the
the
spleen
spleen.
is gone.
Shit. I'm impressed.
Going with it.
Sorry about that.
So anyway, as normal, we not as normal. I mean, sometimes we do have a topic, but it kind of seems we have a better time just kind of going with the flow. So, Mike, what's the name of this evening again?
This evening, Ron, we're going to go with Let's Be a River and Go Wherever the Flow Takes Us. And of course,
we're not talking about ant flow.
Well, only you, because I was going to go with something more appropriate, and that was at 62, I usually go with the flow about 3 or 4 times a night.
Yeah.
62? You're 62?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I'm getting close. I'm only 58, but it happens.
Well, hurry the hell up and catch up with me.
I feel young.
You are.
Just imagine if you have to go that much and then you have to put a prosthetic on just to go to the bathroom, man.
Well, no, I still have my own wiener.
That sounds like a party favor.
Now explain.
Let me put this on.
Leg, gentlemen, leg.
I don't have a strap on, but explain to people what you mean, Rod, because Ronnie and I get it, and so will our family is tuning in. But explain what you just said.
A prosthetic is basically a fake leg that enables.
It could be a fake anything, but okay,
a fake anything. But I think what Roger's trying to spin out is he has a fake leg.
He's got a fake leg.
Yep,
and a pretty fucking cool fake leg at that.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, man. I wonder if I can do that to bring down here to show it.
Well, be careful what you're. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Irons up, baby.
Yeah. I'm possessed by the Iron Maiden bug.
Well, so, Mike and I were talking backstage a little while ago. Roger was with us as well. But, and Mike hit it right on the head. This is a river. Let's see where it takes us. Though, one of the things I wanted to bring up, I saw an episode on a YouTube channel about things you would never have said or heard in the 70s and 80s. So I want to touch on that a little bit, and you guys, by all means, jump in and tell me the things that you're thinking of. But a couple of my biggest things, and I'm going to hurt some feelings here. Sorry, millennials, but never in our day and age would you ever heard some kid come in and be like, "I need a safe place." You hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings.
I need a comfort animal.
Yeah.
I need an emotional support animal.
Right.
That's what it is. I need an emotional support animal.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like when we were kids growing up in the Springs, wherever we were at your house, Roger, our house, did you ever want to stop and be like, I need an emotional support right now?
No,
even if you wanted to, you didn't do it because somebody was going to kick your ass for saying
that shit didn't exist, man. You would be expurgated from the neighborhood if you did that, something like that.
Right?
It just didn't
I got your
exist back
emotional
then,
support
man.
right here, buddy.
Right, and especially if we were at your guys' house, can you imagine saying that in front of Uncle Arch?
Oh my
Like
God.
that, hell
Yeah,
no, he
that
wouldn't
ain't
go
gonna.
for that. He wouldn't go for
Yeah.
that.
Dad,
Yeah.
I need an emotional support
I
animal.
need a hug.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's outside, son.
Yeah.
Come back.
Right?
You can come back in when you
Go
find it.
outside. Don't come back
Yeah.
till you're done.
Give me, he'd be like, "Give me a minute," and you come back in, and he's got that paddle.
Yeah.
Here's your
I'm gonna
emotional
go
support.
back outside. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You
Zero.
know what, Dad? I'm suddenly mentally healthy. Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
I'm cured.
Yeah. You're
And then
welcome,
one of the
Dad,
other
thanks.
one of the other ones I loved was, oh, just go Google it. Well, fuck, we didn't have Google when we were kids. We actually literally had to go and look shit up. We had what were those
I may
things
have-
called, Mike? You know what it was.
Yeah.
What's that?
What were those
I'm
things
sorry.
called?
I was thinking of a totally different kind of Google.
We had the Britannica Encyclopedia.
Right.
Go ask Funkin' Wagnalls.
Mhm.
If you wanted to know something, and my other Mike, did you get that thing I sent you? It said, "Yes, kids, we had a phone number you could call and ask what time it is."
Ask what time it was.
Yeah.
Hell, we had
yeah.
a phone number you can call that would give you the weather
Yeah,
and the time. And I think there was a movie one that you can call and
yeah.
Get
It
the
would break down the
showings.
movies, where they were playing, and what time.
Yeah, there was one of those.
you know
I forgot
who
all
you
about
know
it.
you know what else I used? You know what my Google was at times
What?
back in the day? Grandma.
Oh God, yeah.
Grandma Shoemaker was awesome.
Grandma Shoemaker was stealth, dude. She was
man.
stealth.
Yeah, Grandma
The
Shoemaker.
lady
was-
knew her shit, man. It's like grandma, beep, 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 beep. Grandma, okay, here's the problem. And she would just tell you what it was. And whether the answer was right or not, it sounded good. So that's what
Yeah.
I rolled with.
Well, you know
No.
what we do now, and I won't say it out loud because you probably have one in your office, Mike. But the ALEXA lady is the devil.
He's right back here.
Oh yeah.
He's right behind me.
My
You know what?
9-year-old granddaughter. That's how she does her homework. Hey, blah blah blah. What is the capital of? I'm like, you can't
Hey.
do that.
Well, okay. Talk about shit
mean?
we didn't say back in the day that we say today. I'm going to plead guilty on the Alexa deal. You want to hear? You want to hear how lazy that shit's made me? I have one in almost every room in the house,
Yeah.
and I ask it questions all the time. And here's what's pathetic: I have one out in the shop, and so when I'm struggling with a measurement, or hey, I wonder if I can do this with this stain in this wood. Hey, Alexa, and I mean, she just answers everything. So, at times, me, Daddy, and Alexa are building stuff in the shop. Now, I'm proud to say I really didn't use her for the birdhouses. That one I did by myself.
Yeah.
Roger, what's your
I'm proud of myself.
technological guilty pleasure?
Say again.
What is your technological guilty pleasure?
Right now, I'm in conflict with electronic drums compared to my acoustic drums. Electronic drums obviously are a lot easier to play. Everything's really right there, but you tend to cheat. It kind of makes it easy for you. But I started doing that to get my legs strong enough to play a whole song, at least sustain a beat for 5-7 minutes, But what I did is let that get too easy, too good. So I look at my acoustic like, yeah, cool, But I'm strong enough now, so I'm gonna start posting videos on the acoustic again.
Cool.
So that I got two bass drums. But one head is almost broke, so I'm just gonna put my double pedal on the other one, but still have. So once I get all that kind of figured out, then I'll be jamming, posting some
Well,
videos.
good. Look, if the Def Leppard
I was
dude can do
just
it,
gonna say the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
you can kick ass, man. Literally.
Oh yeah. In the way I look at it, I still have all four extremities, man.
Well, hell yeah.
He's
know,
like, no,
the good thing
I got a kickstand. That's all.
the good thing is not to get technical on drumming and bore everybody, but John Bonham was a master of this, at rolling the pedal, which means you get 2 notes out of one stroke, and then he would have his heel up in the air, and the beater would strike the drum, the kick pad, and then you drop his heel, and then it would do it again, but you get a really fast, and then you end it with hitting with your left hand on a cymbal or one of the drums or whatever, and and it makes one of those cool sounds, and you can hear that really good in Good Times, Bad Times, the beginning of that, and then the Immigrant Song. But I can actually do that with this prosthetic. I can do that. I was really happy. Yeah, and I had to go through.
I couldn't do it without one.
Yeah,
well, I was just thinking to myself.
It takes a while to learn, as it is,
I usually get different results with one stroke.
Yeah, that happens.
Speaking of Googling myself when I was younger.
Yeah,
there's a difference of Google and diddle.
Google diddle.
What the hell is diddle?
A Google diddle. Yeah, that's cool.
That brings up. Okay, so you have diddle, and then here's the other one. And you talk about getting way the hell off base. What's bigger, a shindig or a hoedown?
A shindig or a hoedown?
Yeah.
Well, I think shindigs are from the South and a hoedown's from California, where they say you just throw your hoe down.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, from what my friends tell me. So, Mike, we had mentioned last week, talked about customer service, and backstage you said you had a shitty customer service story. This is Roger. If you don't know, this is one of our Mike and I's biggest pet peeves, and we talk about it probably more than anything else, is just how fucking shitty customer service has gotten to be. So, Mike, let it rip.
This one's getting my next blog. So Carol and I were at a ball game last night, and after the game, we decided, let's stop and get something to eat. So we wanted to get tacos. So we went to a very popular eatery not too far away from the house, and it was a little late-ish at night, Tuesday. And so we finally get to the speaker, and we're making the order, and the young man, talking to us says, "I'm sorry, sir, but we are out of beef." And he says, "All we have is shredded chicken."
In Texas?
I said, well, let me just, and I said, man, I'm not upset with you or anything. Let me just make sure. So you really can't make tacos? And he says, no, sir, I'm so sorry. And I said, hey, man, check it out. Not even your fault, but if you don't mind, we're going to go someplace else. Young man says, you know what, sir, totally understand. I wanted to pull to the window and give him money. I mean,
amen.
Good for you, kid. So we end up, and I'm just going to be honest with you. We went to McDonald's, all right? And so we're in the drive-thru, and it always makes me laugh because there's 2 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get the AI voice first. Hey, would you like to use the app? No, I don't want to use the app. But after you make the order, right, the other lane's going like, no, you're not cutting in front of me.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But as we go, Carolyn says, hey, they never asked you what you wanted. We ordered a chicken sandwich, just the sandwich, and I ordered one of these value meals, right? And I say, you know what? Let's just go to the window and let them surprise me with whatever the drink's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We finally get up to the window, and the little girl at the window is speaking like this, and I can barely hear her. Now, did you hear anything I said? No.
Barely.
And that's what I heard. I said,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm sorry. What? Well, so you ordered the chicken sandwich? And I'm sorry, ma'am. Please speak up. I can't hear you. So she finally comes out and she says, chicken sandwich and quarter pounder with cheese. Yeah, okay, that's it. So she goes and brings her order, takes my money, brings me the change back. I hand the order to Carolyn, as always. And Carolyn's looking in. She says, well, where's the chicken sandwich? Where are the fries? So I handed it back. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. So she starts whispering again. Well, now there's a young kid standing there. And he's getting mad at me. I'm sorry, sir. Can I help you? Yeah. At least I can hear your ass. And he said, what'd you order? I said, well, okay. Stud. I ordered, so I repeated my order. And he says, okay. So he goes and brings it back and brings me everything but a drink. And I said, dude, seriously? Are you not even going to bother with a drink? Well, you didn't even order the value meal. Oh, time out there, rocket ship. Yes, I did. And I mean, it just went like that. And I finally got to the point where I thought, and there's a thing on the glass that says this McDonald's is, and they are, I know who the owner is. All the McDonald's here in Amarillo are locally owned. Pretty much in the Panhandle, they own a boatload of them. And it gives the email address. And I thought, it says right here, do you guys not see this? That, if you're not satisfied, you're bucking for me to just, I'm not going to email. I'm going to fucking call them while I'm right here.
Do you know me?
Yeah. Right. But seriously, I mean, that's within 10 minutes. The difference between somebody telling me, I'm sorry, we're out of hamburger, we're out of beef. I get it. I'm fine with it. But I go to the other place that should be firing cars through every 5 minutes. And I get a girl that talks like this. Bitch,
yeah.
Speak up. I can't fucking understand you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other dude, which, I don't know, Baba Ganoush, he comes and he starts, well, what did you order? I said, well, here's
off
what
with
I
the
ordered.
attitude.
Yeah. And so, I mean, by this time I've been having a great day, but here's where I am in life right now. I will give you every ounce of my patience.
You get one shot.
Once you start to fuck with the joy, you're in trouble. You're getting full on old man, man. And and we got home, and I have to tell you, it was really not good. So I told Carolyn, I said, look, I'm trying to be healthier, so that's the last time we're going to do that anyway. But you know what? It just brings us back. Ronnie and I, you and I talk about this all the time. Well, what the fuck, Over? I mean, what does it take to get? I mean, just isn't gone.
Well, you're better, man. I don't have the patience you have on that. I would have lost it.
You, me either.
So that's commemorable, Mike, that you have that much patience. Because
well, it was.
But you see it. It's bad. It's bad because you see it everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's a rarity that you run into somebody that's, that's going to say, "I'm sorry, we don't have any beef left." You don't seem to find that kind of customer service or that kind of person that even thinks outside the box. Even
that kid. Well, it's funny you say that, Raj, because Carolyn's, the folks she works for, they own a part of a franchise, or they own restaurants that are part of a franchise. It's a chicken eatery, and so Carolyn will get calls once in a while from one store, or even from her boss that says, "Hey, run to Sam's, pick up some chicken, take it over to the store up on Tascosa. They're out of chicken." So when Carolyn and I, so everybody's aware of the fact, Carolyn and I met. Do you guys remember where Carolyn and I met?
McDonald's.
We met at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we rolled. If you ran out of something, I'll give you a better Soda Straw. When I was at Soda Straw, if you ran out of hamburger, ice cream, I didn't give a shit. There was an Albertsons right across the parking lot.
You go buy that shit.
You went and bought it and came back, man. Nobody knew what you were doing. I mean, they didn't have to know.
We had that same incident happen here in Vegas, and it was probably I gotta say 7-8 years ago. There's a little strip center down the street here from where we live, and they built this restaurant, or put the restaurant called Steak, and this was a $25 to $35 a plate restaurant,
right?
And so I'm like, okay, this should be pretty good. So we get there in the first week they opened, and as I'm sitting there, I watched the waiter, the busboy, spill an entire pitcher on a woman, which I'm like, okay, whatever, it happens. And then we all order food. They bring my steak is the wrong steak, wrong temperature. Ron Jr. steak is the wrong steak, wrong temperature. The asparagus looks like it's been melted with wax. The baked potatoes were as hard as a rock. Michelle's chicken of $30 chicken plate was bone-in chicken. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna just try it anyway. So I asked my waitress, I'm like, hey, can you bring me some A1 steak sauce? Oh, we don't have any steak sauce. The truck didn't come in. And I lost it. I just lost my shit. I'm like, can you give me somebody to talk to? So then the manager comes over. I'm like, let me get this straight. So you're telling me you have a restaurant called Steak,
right?
You fuck up both steaks, and you don't have any A1 sauce. Well, sir, the truck doesn't come until tomorrow. I'm like, go get in your register, take $50 out of the register, walk your ass across to the grocery store, go buy 15 bottles of fucking A1 steak sauce.
God.
How hard is it?
Yeah.
Well, and that's that always comes back to the premise of our podcast, and that is the difference between baby boomers and Gen Xers is we think that way. Today it's
back then it
wasn't on the truck, so I guess we can't really.
Yeah.
You can't
what Mike just said
was
really evidence at Starbucks one time when I was in there, and I was getting everybody a Frappuccino, and I had $100 bill and I had $26 in cash, right? When it came to pay for a thing, I didn't quite have enough in the 20, it was something like $29 or something like that. All I had was $26, right? And I said, well, okay, I'll just use the 100. I can't break that. We can't do that now. And I'm like, well, I'm in here every day. I just threw $4 in there yesterday in a tips, so let's put our customer service skills on and figure something out. I'm sorry,
right.
sir.
It's like, I'm not your first customer today, so I know you've been doing business all day long.
Right. And then so
I want to back up to
let me talk to your
those.
manager. So I said, let me talk to your manager. And I said, let's put our management skills on, instead of losing a customer, save it. Now, what could you do to really save this sale? And she goes, well, I'm sorry, sir, we can't break that 100. And I'm like, well, I got $26 here. And she goes, well, the total's 29. I'm like, well, I tip you guys $3 to $4 a day. I'm usually in here every day or every other day. You can check your cameras, that'll verify that, And then so I said, I said, what can't you discount it? And let's slide one time. If Starbucks values their customers, how come you can't discount that? And everybody behind me is like, yeah, I agree. And this one lady goes, here, and she pays the difference. And I'm like, yeah, oh man, I appreciate that, but you don't have to. She goes, no, but I agree with you. But I agree with her too. Everybody had to get on with their day instead of listening to me argue with an incompetent manager, an incompetent employee at Starbucks, man,
Yep.
And then that was the difference. This manager, was nowhere near where we are. She's millennial compared to a baby boomer,
Carolyn shares stories with me all the time about what she experiences in her job. And again, these folks that we know own, I think it's 3 or 4 chicken restaurants. And some of the things she shares, I think, God, are you serious? I mean, how do they even have a job?
But that common sense left around the mid 90s.
Yeah, well, it doesn't exist anymore.
It's not common anymore, is it?
That's what I mean. It left in the mid 90s. I mean, there is no such thing as common sense. You can, like Roger's a good point. It's think outside the box. How do we fix the situation instead of making it
boom, boom?
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, but I think we may be asking too much. Are you kidding? Think outside the box. Oh no, my gosh! Think outside. Can TikTok help me? Is that on Google? Think outside the box? No, dude.
That guy hurt my feelings when he yelled at me.
The customer made me I need an emotional support animal in 3 days.
There we go. I don't even care what it is, as long as it's a support animal.
Right. Yeah. Support snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But and again, that's I was talking to a friend of mine today about the podcast, Mike, and I said, I think one of my favorite ones that we did was when we talked about iconic album covers, and she was like, "Oh my God, yeah, this, that." She's like our age, late 50s, early 60s, and she started blowing off all these names and stuff. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, though. And the great thing about customer service back then and music back then is
Bunny.
both of them almost seem to have a purpose. You know what I mean? It's like customer service had a purpose back then. You were trained a certain way to take care. Is that your animal, Mike? We're trained
Carolyn
to.
bought me a message.
Customer service back then, you're trained to be a certain way. So and you can relate, Roger. And I desperately want Roger's opinion on this because Roger's a music man as well, man. You missed the episode when Mike and I talked about iconic album covers.
Uh-huh.
Music relates all generations. I don't care who you are, how old you are, where you're from. You can get a 15-year-old today that's going to know what the Pink Floyd album looks like. They're going to know Eddie from Iron Maiden. They're going to know one thing or another, and that's kind of the one thing that correlates all of us together. I think is music, because nothing else seems to do it.
No, I'm on board with that one.
I definitely agree with that. Music is one of the best gifts given by whoever it came from. It's powerful. It can make your day. It can change your mood. It can do all that.
Kill the wabbit.
Kill the wabbit. Yeah.
I was watching that the other day. I was showing my granddaughter Elena. She's 9, and we played that whole series for her. From
Kill the wabbit.
Oh no! What have I done? I'm
hunting wabbit.
Dwanny.
Oh, that's
we talked about that, man. Roger, do you remember as kids, Raj? We lived in the little fourplex, and I'd either be at your place or you guys would be at my place, and we'd be up in the mornings, eating cereal, watching cartoons, and it was Saturday morning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere we lived, Debonair, when you guys were on Wagon Master, it didn't matter where we were at. That was Saturday morning. Was cartoons.
Hell yeah, and they were good cartoons.
Yes.
I
can't quite grasp today's cartoons.
And that brings me back to music. I don't know today's cartoons. Frankly, I don't know today's music. I've reached the age where I see people, talk about concerts, because I know Matt's there. Matt took Bree to a concert.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, okay, there's a lot of people there, and I think it was at Red Rock. No, was it not Red Rocks? Yeah, maybe it was Red Rocks. And anyway, there's a lot of people there, and they're like way into it, and I'm going, I have no earthly clue who this is.
Mike, what was the last concert you went and saw?
Probably
significant concert.
Heart, REO Speedwagon.
When was that?
Actually, no, the last big one, Bon Jovi.
Okay. When?
We were lucky enough to see the last Bon Jovi with Richie Sambora.
Oh, okay, cool.
This 90s? 2000s?
No. It was about 5 or 6 years ago in Lebanon.
Roger, what's the last concert you saw?
Iron Maiden last year, September 19th, with Matt and Dave.
Didn't you and Matt go to that one?
Yeah, me, Matt, and Dave did. All three of us did. Yeah.
Last one we went to, Michelle and I went and saw Billy Joel live at the Allegiant Stadium last year.
Oh, that's got to be a good one. That's a classic.
It was fantastic. It was awesome. But the only reason I
once I broke out of my Iron Maiden shell, and then you get deep into music and you play it and you love it, then you recognize all the other musicians out there that put certain bands and certain genres where they're at.
Sure.
With the legends out there, and Billy Joel is one of them. He's one of the legends out there.
So Ron Jr. turned 34 on Father's Day, Sunday. And he and I went out. I took my Arsenal out and we went shooting. And he tells me on the ride over, he goes, Pops, I started listening to this band called Led Zeppelin. Have you listened to them?
Never heard of him.
Let who? Get the
Yeah.
what out? I'm like, dude, you want to talk about iconic, and this is back. And Roger, I know, and Mike, both of you are music guys. I know you'll agree with this 1,000,000%. This is back when you didn't have the same 3 words over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It
Or the
was an
same-
actual,
Or
it
the
was an
same
actual
3 chords.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it was an actual story or a poem or whatever, you
It had a
know.
meaning. Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic.
And then the story, Mike probably see this too. The story, what was being talked about, matched the melody of the music.
Absolutely.
It all melted together, and then that's the kind of stuff I talk about that lifts your spirit when you get a song like that. You know, Led Zeppelin was key at doing that.
Oh yeah,
You know?
that was always my fascination with Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
Tom Petty was
Yeah.
Tom
the
Petty.
shiznit.
Tom Petty never. You go listen to his library. Find me 2 songs that sound the same.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
song Petty did
Yeah.
sounded different.
And I know you guys are both are not going to appreciate this. Mike, you might, but Roger, I don't think so. But Prince was another one.
Oh,
Prince was the
yeah,
guy.
ask Carol about what I feel about Prince.
Prince
Yeah.
was
I
a
love Prince.
musical
I love
god.
Prince.
Oh, he was
is.
amazing. And
Yeah,
I would
you-
argue.
you-
Halftime show he
We're
did.
talking about no 2
When he was
songs
doing
ever
Purple
sounding the
Rain.
same. I mean,
Yeah.
he was a lyricist. He played guitar. He played
Oh
piano.
shit, he was one of the best. He was one of the best axe slingers in the business.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Prince,
absolutely.
he was
Oh,
a.
yeah.
Did you see the one where he played the national anthem?
There's
If
not,
you've
yeah.
never
Yeah.
seen it, I hate to say it, but Google it and
Yeah.
look up Prince playing the national anthem. It'll fucking
Oh,
bring
stuff like
tears to your
that.
eyes.
Stuff like that. I YouTube it, and find it fast. But
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, we're on YouTube
But
right now.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah,
YouTube
see?
now.
See, yeah, YouTube you. But I want to say about one more thing about Prince is when the halftime show of the Super Bowl, when it was raining, and he was playing Purple Rain.
Oh,
You
dude,
know,
yeah.
that was awesome. That was an iconic. You don't get that kind of moment. So yeah, if you got to see it, then yeah, you were definitely treated to something special.
But
So
I agree
yeah,
with Mike. It's entire. You just don't see that shit anymore. Music now. I don't grasp. I like some of today's music. Don't get me wrong, but you
You know
don't
what
have you don't have that connection like you did back then. In my opinion.
No.
no.
And I tell you
no.
something else. I just saw this recently. I love when other artists they just open up and tell you who they dug when they were younger. I
Oh, yeah.
watched a deal with David Grohl.
Yeah.
I like, and here's what may surprise people. I like Grohl.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love.
Dave
I
Grohl's
really
a
liked it.
genius.
I
Mhm.
enjoyed Nirvana. I enjoy. If you want to see a funny story, research Foo Fighters because it's hilarious. But he
Fighting
was
the
doing
Foo.
an interview, and he said, I have to be perfectly honest with you. One of my earliest influences, he said, I don't even know who the drummer was, and I'm sorry, but he said Foreigner, when
Yeah.
one of their early albums came out with, and Roger, you'll get this. He said there was a drum fill in I can't remember if it was Dirty White Boy, or Blue Morning, but he said
Yeah.
there's a drum fill in there, and he said as soon as I heard it, I thought, oh God, I got to learn how to do this. And he said if you go back and listen to some of my songs, you'll hear that same drum fill.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
said because when you hear it and it's good, any artist will swipe it.
Copy
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then that happens to me, and I got a lot of drum fills that I do, or like I mentioned John Bonham, I'm obsessed with his triplets, so I just don't want to just copy, but I love the fact that I've been influenced by somebody like that I can add something to what he put down,
Well,
and
fuck,
come
John
up with
Bonham was a
something.
drummer's drummer.
Well,
Yeah.
and Bonham did it with a normal kit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
That's what's wild.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Love you,
mean,
Michelle.
That's what
I
I
mean-
said too. Mike's
Yeah.
being the B-boy today. He's all,
yeah,
Shit. If I wasn't so fat, I'd do that.
wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Here we go.
Right. And see, one day I wear my hat the right way. I normally
Well,
got
this is
mine
a
on
special
backwards.
hat, Roger. You want to
Yeah.
guess what that means?
Can't really see it. AYSM. Are you shitting me?
You shitting
No,
me?
you're shitting me.
And Mike,
Hey, I figured it
Michelle,
out.
did you see Mike's support animal, Michelle?
Are you support? Yeah.
He shows up every once in a while. He
I
just
can hear her out there laughing.
Yeah.
Stop playing with your rabbit in front of the girls. So give me some, Roger. Here's a test for you. Give me 3 things that you never heard back when we were kids that you hear now constantly.
Oh God, I can't. 3 things that I never heard back then, but you hear now constantly. Number 1, kids talking back to their parents.
Woo, boy, howdy.
2, um,
I'm going to help
Yeah.
you out on this one. How many times do you get a young person or your kid calling you bruh?
yeah, bruh or a bra or bruh. Yeah,
that's your bruh.
Amen.
yeah. Some of the that you can sum a lot of that up. I just can't think of it. But you're right. I'm always thinking, what the hell does that mean? The lingo that they communicate with. It's like you got to have a whole nother language to understand them.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, and stuff that makes you feel old. And I never thought I heard this. I was working in Target, and this is not really a good answer to your question, but this kid comes up to me when I was working in Target, and he has an X-wing fighter and he has a TIE fighter, right? And he goes, "Which one's the good guys and which one's the bad guys?" And I'm like, get the hell away from me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, man. That's an iconic movie. You should know that. As soon as you're born, you should know that shit.
Right.
But I was kind of
Did they not
dumbfounded.
upload your memory chip when you were born?
Yeah, I finally told him, and he walked away. But it's like, it's just that's where I'm caught up in the millennials, like we're talking about, and everything. That's the stuff that you would never hear back then. I mean, when I was cleaning carpet, I'd hear these kids talk back to their parents. Like, God, I'm thinking, if I would have said that, I would have been knocked through a freaking wall, man.
Oh my God. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. We all knew you knew Uncle Archie. We knew who was his dad. Yeah. There was.
Oh, it wasn't just dad. It was his mom.
I remember Roger.
Linda would kick your ass.
Listen, I remember Aunt Linda catching Roger smoke one time, and Dad made Roger smoke like a fucking pack of cigarettes, so he was green and blue. He's like, "You want to smoke any more, boy?"
Yeah, that one cigarette, and I tried to take the drag and blow it out, and he's like, "Inhale." And I'm like, oh, shit. So
you're not getting off that easy.
I turned orange, green, blue, and I'm like, blah,
Oh my Lord.
But that cured me.
For a while.
Well, until I was 22, I finally quit. I quit the day I lost my leg. I quit, but 33 years is long enough. So I'm glad.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one. The kids always like bro or calling you bro, and I had a kid one time tell him call me that. I'm like, dude, I am not your fucking bro. Sorry.
One thing that I had a hard time getting, familiar with or whatever down with, as they say, is my bad. When I first started hearing my bad, I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is my bad? I mean, we're like my fault or sorry, I did that, nah, my bad.
Well,
and I guess that wife's.
I'm sorry is something you never hear either.
Right. Exactly. I apologize.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good point. That's what my bad is. Really, just fucking tell me you're sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to say that anymore. Another one that, and
that's what I mean.
Funny because I use it is I can't stand at the end of the day. That one irritates me, but the other one is it's God. It just left me. If you know, you know, and it is what it is.
Yeah. It is that. It is what it is. That's one that was around for quite a while. It's just like, no, that's not what it fucking is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Right.
It's almost like my furniture people trying to write off the repairing my chair with.
Well, just
It's
is what
normal
it
wear
is.
and tear.
Yeah.
Normal wear and tear. Isn't that everything? So what you're telling me is you really don't want to fix the furniture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normal wear and tear. I
Yeah.
got your normal wear and tear.
Right here.
It's right here.
It's like the guys that
Bunny,
It's
delivering
just
our
a
washer and
harmless.
dryer.
You'll
broke
love
our
this one,
TV.
guys. Ready? It's just a harmless bunny. Hey, that bunny will kill you.
Oh, dude, that was again. We talked about the Monty Pythons a while back.
Yeah.
Do you yield? Yeah.
Those are
Let's
classic.
cut off your arm. Yeah,
Those
it's
are
me with
classic.
a flesh wound.
We've got the holy hand grenade. Ah, yes. The holy hand grenade.
Oh, Raj, I'm going to tell you, Roger, we haven't talked in quite a while, but some of my fondest memories are sitting at your guys' place watching HBO back when HBO was first popular, and actually watching MTV when MTV actually played music videos. And we would literally, and correct me if I'm wrong, Roger, but we would literally sit there all day just waiting for one fucking video to play.
Right. Yeah. We would endure all those other ones that are now stuck in your head because you're waiting for your favorite video or one that you're right. Do you want to,
MTV.
Yeah.
I think Aunt Linda was the first person I knew that had HBO.
Yeah, we had it on that house behind the fire station, right? I think that's where HBO first came out. I remember sneaking up to watch it and turned on HBO, and it was that part in The Exorcist when she threw up on the priest, right? And I didn't even know what I was watching. I thought it was a comedy. I thought, wow, that dude just got thrown up on, man.
Hold on. My boss is coming in.
Look at my hair.
Oh, she's got her hair done. What do you think?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, God, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's
How our recovery's going.
Yeah, that's awesome, Michelle.
Introducing Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Sweet.
I got a teasing brush while I'm on recovery.
She's all
your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Your sister-in-law. The door of the office is closed.
Yeah.
Your sister-in-law is cheering you on.
Yeah.
She's out there.
What are you recovering from?
She had back surgery.
No, that's right. I just got over hernia surgery.
And she also had an addictomy.
Yeah.
Well, that happens.
Ron requested it.
that happens, yeah.
So look at how fast it goes down, though. Look at that. Look at.
Oh, she has fast hair.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
So that was my purchase, you guys, while I've been on recovery, is I got a teasing brush. So.
That's
So,
cool,
Michelle, since you're here, Michelle, tell us some of your things. We were talking about things you would never hear in the 70s and 80s, and even some of the dumb shit we hear today that as adults we're just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, like DM me.
Oh, DM me. There you go.
There's a good one.
My DM.
Yeah.
What the fuck is your DM?
Sliding into my DMs.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been so long since I've DM'd.
No, that's BM. That's bowel movement.
I had a good BM this morning. Felt great. And I promptly started to Google myself.
No, that was Diddle, not Google. Diddle.
I'm sorry. I try to Google myself 3 times a day.
Yeah, Roger said YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube. Are you on Insta?
And why are you being so sus?
Yes, sus.
Yeah.
Mike, you look confused. Which one confused you?
None of these are making sense to me. They all sound like gibberish.
Yeah, I get that from my 9-year-old granddaughter. You look sus, which means you look suspect.
Yeah, she called me bruh the other day. She said, "Hey, bruh," and I said, "I am not your bruh."
Amen. Okay? I will snatch the fucking life out of you.
Yeah, I am not your bruh. Yeah, you have to.
That's what I was telling Ron. It's either bra or bruh.
There you go. That's going to be our next episode. We're going to have me and Elaine are going to be here, and it's going to be all the shit she says.
Yeah,
but not if you're going to snatch the life out of her.
I'm like, do you enjoy living?
Something about Ohio,
right.
Well, there's another one for you.
There's
one for you. Here's what kids don't hear today. Would you like to see God?
Yeah,
You're about
Would
to
you
meet
like
him.
to meet God?
that's right. Get down on your knees and praise to the Lord because you're about fixing to meet him.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that one TikTok? It says, I've learned so much from my mother. My mother always taught me, if you want something to cry about, I'll give you something to cry about.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like a whole list, like 20 things that your mom said back in the day.
Right. Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
Hey, look, Roger, Mike, you both know our moms could be scary as shit, and Linda probably the scariest one I've ever encountered.
Well,
in my
Linda
life.
was the scariest one.
Well, you know
Oh,
what's
yeah.
funny is Veda and Elena were, they had a sleepover a few nights in a row. And I went in there because their room was just like tore up. Okay. And I started, losing my patience. I would say shit, but it was my
What's your
patience.
fucking mouth, Wade?
And I was like,
Man.
get this picked
Horrible.
up, get that picked up. And I'm taking my foot, and I'm pulling the things that got shoved in the corner and throwing it in the middle of the room. And this needs to get picked up and do this now, or, you're going home and and then Lena proceeds to tell me after they're done cleaning that I'm really scary. And I said, good. I want to be scary. I want you to be scared of me.
I'm not here to be your friend.
Yeah. Well, Veda thinks you're scary too. Good. So then I called Veda's mom and I was talking to her. I said, just so you know, in case she tells you,
I'm scared right now.
They were laughing.
Mike's got his wabbit.
Hey, Mike, do you need a safe place?
Yeah.
No, I just need my bunny.
That's your
Just as
safe
long as
place
that's
right
where
here.
the bunny stays up
Yeah.
here. Up here.
He's a social bunny.
Bunny stays here.
Yeah. Bunny stays here. Yeah.
He's my drinking bunny.
Yeah. He's a drinking bunny. Yeah.
Oh, what have
Well,
I?
yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing,
All right.
man. It's good to be scary. That's what these kids need, man.
Yeah, I mean,
They need
I was like,
consequences.
I'm sorry,
I
but
don't think any
put the fear of God into them.
none of the
Seriously.
other kids
Yeah,
ever told me I was
exactly.
scary. Did
Well,
Josette didn't ever say that.
They need.
No, but
yeah,
McKenna and I were talking a few months ago. And we were talking about you, and don't hit me because you were standing really close. But
no, please hit him.
yeah, but I told McKenna, I'm like, can you believe your mom? She was like, are you kidding me? I was raised by her.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
it's that bad. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, I wanted to share with you that my teasing brush works. So,
She was
Cool.
teased.
yeah. Back to your boy stuff.
I miss
So
you
we're
guys.
at 47 minutes.
Yeah.
This was actually one of the longer episodes that we've had. And Mike, do we only have two people that joined on?
Yeah. We only
Nice,
had
Roger. You are the lone
somebody
ranger.
just left us.
Wow. Cool.
I shagged myself.
I am, man. I've been
Michelle.
watching when I've been
Carolyn
watching
said
when
I
I could,
shagged
but
myself from Michelle.
Oh man, I don't know.
Shagged myself.
yeah.
At least I had the
Michelle,
courtesy to
come
call
visit us for so long.
At least I had the courtesy to call it Googling myself. My wife was right up there.
Do I
She's
make you
shagging
horny, baby?
Yeah.
Go on.
I make you Randy.
Do I make you horny?
Yeah.
All right, Roger.
Well, I'm gonna have to
Roger.
go because my wife is shagging herself.
Well, hold on. We're gonna let Roger close this out. So, Roger, give me anything. I don't care what it is. Life experience, something that is your core memory from growing up in the 70s and 80s.
A core memory from the 70s and 80s is I like the aura that the people had. There was more compassion back then. You can leave your door open while you go to the grocery store. If somebody fell down, nobody just sat there and laughed. They went and picked them up. Maybe I like the bikers that lived across the street. And all that stuff. They told me how to shoot M80s into wrist rockets and stuff like that. But just simple things seem to be like people cared more about each other back then. In the 70s. I mean, we were little, but I bet you we can all remember some of the 70s that meant something to you. And to me, that was it. In the 80s, oh man, it was just like you were saying, everything that we did, like when you broke into Zia's ice cream truck and
Shut up, Roger.
But Mike, sorry about the football game. but it was it was nice playing football, and
You know what? It's bad enough that you ruptured my fucking spleen, but you also end up shattering my leg.
I didn't do that. That was Mike Payton that did that.
No, I thought it was you.
No, that was Mike Payton that did that.
Yeah.
See, we
But
hear so many
Carolyn was right.
false
Carolyn told me that you couldn't
things
play
on the
with me
show.
anymore.
Huh?
Carolyn said you couldn't play with me anymore because I was going to kill
You're
you.
just a bully. You just try to
Yeah.
hurt people. What the hell's wrong with you? I
Hey,
think right now
What's wrong
you're
with you?
I have since then gotten help.
Don't be a quitter. Quitters go to meetings.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The only thing I
Yes,
beat up
keep
now,
improving.
the only thing I beat up now is my drums. Yeah.
And Mike has his rabbit. Anyway,
Yeah.
on that note, so guys, Roger, thank you so much for joining us, man. It was
Thanks
a
for having
pleasure
me,
seeing
guys.
you.
Thanks
And
for having me.
Mike, as always, I love you, man. Thank you for
Love you,
doing this
brother.
with me. We want to grow this. I know Mike said we've had quite a few views on the podcast, even afterwards. So if you guys are on here and you want to watch it afterwards, Facebook and YouTube, Are You Shitting Me? TMI the podcast. Watch, leave your comments, and by all means, join in the next time. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m., 7 and 8 o'clock. Love you guys. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, love you guys.
Love you, Raj.
Love you.
Boom.